So good morning to everybody, Windom and Jackson County Central. We have a beautiful day out there today, and wow, we've really covered a lot already this morning. You've had an opportunity to hear about the career clusters. You have to actually hear from an actual employer. You've taken some assessments and seen where your interests lie and maybe a future career field for you. So yeah, and I think Krista really set me up well that these are skills that we're going to talk about today that you can take to any job, no matter if you work in the White House or in the greenhouse. These are skills that you will take with you to any job that you may be interested in. So you have a packet. In your packet, we have a 2-page, or it's probably a 1-page. And this is meant for you to follow along with the presentation. I'm going to ask a lot of questions of you. I would just ask that you think about those. You write it down on your sheet, give it some thought, and let's get started with that. So if you all want to get that paper out, we'll get started. So my presentation today is called Bring Your A Game Anywhere. And we're going to talk about 7 workplace skills. Again, no matter if you work in a greenhouse or the White House, these are skills that you will bring with you to any job. So first off, employers seek it. Performance demands it. Satisfaction is a result from it. And career progress is the return of it. What is it? It's a good work ethic. And the definition of a good work ethic is a belief in work as a moral good, a set of values centered on the importance of doing work and reflected especially in the desire or determination to work hard. A good work ethic is key to being successful at anything in life, and it's what's going to make you a more valuable employee. So what does work ethic mean to you? What does a person with good work ethic look like? What do they do? Why do you think employers are looking for people with strong work ethic? And these are things for you to think about. What does good work ethic mean to you? Does it mean coming to work on time? Does it mean being honest? Does it mean your appearance? What does that all include? What is your work ethic? Think of a person maybe that you think has good work ethic. What do they look like? What do they do? And why are employers looking for employees with strong work ethic? Research has shown that work ethic is not just one thing, but it's a set of 7 workplace skills. What do you think these skills are? Okay, while you're thinking about that, I want to give us another piece of information in the world of work that is very important. I'm calling this just a little side note, things that you need to know once you get into the working world. So right now, when you go to a part-time job, they probably tell you you're going to make $10 an hour, or you're babysitting, you might get $2 an hour per child. But it's really important to know how many hours there are in a typical work year if you're working full time. And the answer to that is 2,080. So I'm just showing you a little bit of the math here. If we have a 40-hour work week and we work 52 weeks a year, that's where the math comes out for 2,080. So if I offered you a job, so right now, again, somebody will tell you you get $10 an hour, but once you maybe finish up high school or college, you are going to get offered a wage as an annual salary. So if I offered you a job for $38,000 a year, would you take the job? How much is that per hour? So if you take $38,000 divided by the number of work hours in a year, it comes out to be about $18.27 an hour. So really important information for you to know as you think about the world of work. All right, moving on back to our 7 workplace skills. So the ones we're going to be talking about today, and maybe that you came up with, since the title of our curriculum here is Bring Your A Game to Work, they all start with A's. And on a personal skills that focus on internal behaviors, we have attendance, appearance, and ambition. Then we also have interpersonal skills. These are things that you will use when you are interacting with others, such as acceptance, appreciation, and accountability. And if you would like to go ahead and write those down on your sheet, we have a spot for 6 of those. And if you would want to write those down: attendance, appearance, ambition, acceptance, appreciation, and accountability. And I'd like you to take just a minute on the side and rank those from 1 to 6, as 1 being the most important, 6 is important, but being the least important on the list. So if you would just take like a couple seconds to do that, I would really appreciate it. All right, first up, let's talk about attendance. Attendance is showing you're reliable in every phase of your life. Be on time every time. I have 2 kids in the military, and as they were growing up, I told them all the time that on time is late. If my job starts at 8 o'clock and I show up at 8 o'clock, I'm late, because my employer expects me to have my jacket off, my computer up and on and running and ready and able to work at 8, not coming into the office at 8. Let's look at this from an employer's point of view. So they need you to be there and ready to work at 8. On the other hand, if you as an employee, if you're expecting your check at 8 o'clock in the morning on Friday and they don't get it to you until Monday, that's a problem, right? Because you have expectations. People, you need to pay your bills. So those 2 things go hand in hand. So we're talking about attendance. That's number 1 in the workplace skills. Come to work 100% prepared. Build a personal brand that includes timeliness. Demonstrate commitment to others by being punctual, and drive their success at work with consistent attendance. So these are the things that employees who bring reliable attendance to work will do. So I thought it might be important. What does that 1 mean? Build a personal brand that includes timeliness. What's a personal brand? A personal brand is all about building your reputation, creating an image of yourself for the outside world, and marketing yourself as an individual. Essentially, your personal brand is the story that's told about you when you're not in the room. If you want to take a minute and write some words in the margin of your worksheet, what you want to include in your personal brand. Do you want people to know that you are a person that shows up and you're on time and ready to work? What do you want your personal brand to say? The next workplace skill that we're going to talk about is appearance. Being professional in both the way you look and the way you act. Choose to be a pro. Choose to be a professional. Employees who will bring professionalism to work and appearance will dress appropriately from work from the time of their interview until the end of their employment. Recognize that they have agreed to wear what the company has defined as the appropriate dress code. When you get into the world of work, one thing you're going to get is a job offer letter, and that is going to include some of your duties, and it's going to include the employer's expectation, and I will guarantee you that there will be mention of the dress code. So once you sign that, you're agreeing to wear what the company has defined as an appropriate dress code. Continuing on appearance, understand the impact of their appearance has on their employer, and know that appearance is more than just the clothes people wear. Be a professional in both the way you act and the way you look. Choose to be a professional. So I hope you're taking the time to fill in the blanks on your worksheet. just to help you stay on track and move along. So next on our 7 workplace skills, oh, we're up to a side note. Ooh, I like these. So we're just taking another break mentally, and we're talking about other things that are important when you go into the work world. So I'm wondering from all of you, when do you think is the best time to look for work? I do these presentations all over Southwest Minnesota. I've had people say in the summer, on a Monday. Really, the truth is the best time to look for a job is when you're already working. This largely comes from the fact that employed job seekers are able to be more selective, and they can wait out mediocre job offers until they receive something really exceptional. People searching for jobs while they're unemployed are 3 times more likely to accept a job offer simply because it's their only option. And this is a terrible position to be in as a job seeker. It really leaves you with no bargaining power. It also shows to the employer that you're probably, if you are looking for employment while you're already working, and you say, you know, I really need to give, you accept a job and you say, I really need to give a 2-week resignation letter, that shows to them that you're probably going to do the same for them. That is considered a professional courtesy, and they're going to look more favorably on you as the job seeker. All right. The best time to look for work, again, is as you're already working. It is a job is proof that you're a valuable applicant. There's no way to be certain of why an unemployed person has lost their previous job. People who are employed will transition into a new job more quickly. The employed have fresher job skills, and people who have been out of the job market for a while might lack some work ethic. So those are, again, some reasons why the best time to look for work is while you're already working. Okay, back at it. Workplace skills. Next one, ambition. Taking the initiative and adding on value. Do more than the bare minimum. Do more than the minimum. Ambition. So employees who bring ambition to work will take steps to learn more about their jobs and the company they work for. They will establish long-term goals and work hard towards them and ultimately achieve these goals. They will demonstrate increased productivity by accomplishing more than the minimum. That one's a big one. All right, you cashier at Casey's and there's no customers. Is it okay to take out your phone and start looking at Facebook or TikTok? No, you need to go find something else to do, whether that be clean, talk to your supervisor, stock the shelves, mop the floors, check the parking lot. It's do more than the minimum. Employees that bring ambition to work will also identify obstacles that are getting in the way of their success and find ways to overcome these obstacles. Okay, next one, acceptance. Having respect and following directions, be coachable and play well with others. Employees who bring acceptance to work will know what is expected of them and be able to explain why they agreed to do it. Employees who bring acceptance to work will demonstrate respect for their managers and coworkers. They will learn from differences by seeing and adding and valuing others. At any workplace that you go, we've talked about a greenhouse to the White House. You have 2 kinds of customers. You have an internal customer and an external customer. So the external customer might be people that you serve. If I work at Dairy Queen, it's the people that come and want the Dairy Queen or the ice cream or the food. They're looking for a refreshment. Your internal customers are the people that you work with. The guy that delivers the truck with all your produce on it. The people that come in to clean your windows. All those are customers. And we need to show respect to everyone, whether they are an internal customer or an external customer. Employees that bring acceptance to work will conduct their work relationships in a way that does not interfere with productivity. All right, a side note, dun, 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 dun. What is all included in a job offer letter? So right now, we talked about this a little bit. You might go down to the local Dairy Queen. I think that's a good example. And they offer you $10 an hour to work. Once you get into the work world, more than likely you're going to get a job offer letter. What's included in that letter? The conditions, a job offer letter can be conditional, meaning it depends on the selected new hire passing certain tests, a background test or a drug test. It will talk about your salary and the means of an annual salary. Probably not hourly, so you'll need to know those figures in order to know what you're making. It will talk about your benefits, and it will also clearly spell out what is expected of the employee in their new roles, their duties. And I will guarantee you one of the duties will be, and all other duties as assigned by manager. So to think that that's not in my job description, it will be. It will also include PTO days, sick time, policies on maternity leave, so that everything is clear from the start. All right, moving back on to our 7 workplace skills. The next one we have is appreciation. Demonstrating your gratitude towards others and providing selfless service. Employees who bring appreciation to work will recognize that consumers decide which businesses they will support based on the customer service that employees provide. Be gracious to others, even if you don't feel like it all of the time. Treat customers in a way that lets them know they are respected and appreciated. Smile on a regular basis and identify behaviors that go above and beyond the basic levels of customer service. So those are some of the things that employees that bring appreciation to work will do. Now we're down to our last one, accountability. Accountability, living honestly and having integrity and with every decision you make, and refuse to rationalize bad decisions. That's huge. It's hard. We've all done it. Refuse to rationalize bad decisions. I'm 10 minutes late to work, so I decide to drive 10 miles over the speed limit. I rationalize my bad decision. What I should do is leave 10 minutes earlier for work. Make sure I'm prepared. Employees who bring accountability to work will follow the rules at work, even when no one is looking. That's important. Bring a reputation for trust and accountability, building your brand. We talked about that a little bit earlier. Accountability, maintaining honesty and integrity, even when you make a mistake. Having standards for their own actions and follow company rules, and build good habits by being honest no matter what the cost. All right, accountability, living honestly and having integrity in every decision you make. Again, refusing to rationalize bad decisions. What does integrity really mean? What does it mean to you? That's a great interview question, by the way. That tells employers a lot. What does integrity mean to you? Integrity is the quality of having strong ethical or moral principles and following them at all times, no matter who's watching. A person with integrity acts with honesty, honor, and truthfulness. All right, so we went through the 7 workplace skills. What do you think is your strongest skill and how do you demonstrate it? With that, what do you think is your weakest skill and how are you going to improve it? I want you to think also about, name the one skill that you think is the foundation of the 7 and why. So let's maybe go back to the front page, and you've listed all of the workplace skills. And you ranked what you thought was number 1 to number 6. So I kind of tricked you there. There's 7, right? And we only have 6 written down. So we're talking about bring your A game to work. I'm sure you all have a very good idea of what the foundation is. Because if you don't have it, all the other stuff falls apart. If you don't have this, attendance doesn't matter. If you don't have this, appearance doesn't matter. What do you think the foundation of the 7 workplace skills is? I'm sure a lot of you guessed it, it's attitude. Attitude is the foundation of the building blocks of success. While all 7 workplace skills are important, a positive attitude facilitates growth in every other skill, making it the foundation and the key to success. And I think that's really important, and that's why we have the box over here to the right. I want you to go ahead and write in there attitude. Attitude is the foundation of all of these. Think about when you're building a house. The foundations has to be strong. The rest is going to fall apart. That foundation has to be solid. You got to bring a good attitude to work all of the time. All right, so I alluded to it a little bit at the beginning, but again, the foundation is attitude, and we're talking about these skills. There are 2 types, personal and interpersonal. The personal are skills that focus on internal behaviors which are in yourself, your attendance. You are responsible for these. Attendance and ambition. The interpersonal are skills when you are interacting with others, and these are acceptance, appreciation, and accountability. Let's go back down to at the bottom of your page, and we will be wrapping up here quickly. Just so that you can finish up your worksheet. The foundation is attitude. We've discussed that. We know that the other workplace skills don't matter unless you have that strong foundation. So attitude means staying positive in every situation. Take control of the way you act. We can't always control what happens to us, but we can handle how we respond to it. Employees who bring a positive attitude to work will approach work with a winning attitude every day. Choose to present a positive outlook even when times are tough. Do all of the jobs, the easy and the hard, and make an effort to be positive with others. So that concludes the 7 workplace skills. I do want you to know that this curriculum went out and interviewed 1,500 different employers, from Papa Murphy's to Slumberland to 3M, Macy's, IKEA. And these are what skills employers say they're looking for when they bring when they're looking for employees. So this comes with really good background and material and evidence that these are what employers are looking for. And again, these are skills that you will take with you no matter what job you go to. When you start out maybe at the Dairy Queen, and as you go on in your career, these are skills that employers are expecting you to bring with you. All right, thank you, Windom and Jackson County Central. Have a great rest of the afternoon. I'll switch it back to Krista.